Hey, so I am coming to you guys sending much love, light, healing, enlightenment, and joy your way. We have a message from the divine, and I channeled it earlier, so it was written all down. We're not going to use any oracles today, but they would like me to do another reading, messages today for something else, not this topic. So I am going to read the messages to you guys, and I hope it resonates in and with your soul at this time. Please remember to share, like, and, leave a comment about your experience or whatever you feel, you may want additional guidance on or answers for. All right, let's get right into it. The topic is failures. Failures is what? And then they just straight went in. Earth is a planet of duality, and one of the only planets there is true free will. We are now to correct one term and replace it with the new and truest term. Duality is no longer the appropriate term, in which it only refers to two aspects of the body and realms. It is now replaced with triality, which refers to the three parts, which is the body, the soul, and the spirit. It also refers to the three realms: the earth, the astral realms, and the etheric realms. Now to explain, the term free will is defined as the mind's will to resist the soul and spirit in building a divine and personal connection to our Creator, the I Am, of wholeness and oneness. The will to live only in the earthly body. That is what free will is. The earth has many illusions, Maya, which creates a mind different from in the astral and etheric realms and dimensions of other beings and creations or creations. So not to worry about the other realms. In time, we will bring more details for Dolores to speak. We want to stay on task and topic. What is failure? There is no true failure when it comes to the soul and spirit. It's felt as experiences for our soul and spirit in building up its power of compassion, love, devotion, to be closer to the feeling and realms of unconditional love, which is all of our Creator. All right, where am I? As we beings, or as the other creations, view mankind from our realms, we see that you have forgotten you have a true soul and spirit, which does not originate from the earth. The reason you feel a sense of failure has nothing to do with the material or earthly things. It is the essence of your soul trying to remind you of your true earthly purpose. We also want to commend you all, for we understand Earth is not the easiest to work through. But the reason we are able to communicate so frequently through earthly beings is because as a whole consciousness, the vibration has become much higher, whereas the physical body can be the vessel of healing and oneness with all Creator's creations. Here are some tips on how to transmute and transform the concepts of failure into higher vibrational frequencies, aspects in your current positions in life, which will bring your soul's purpose back into your earthly being. Another way of saying the above statement is to come back home, to be one with nature and seek more answers of your life purpose on an individual basis is one way. Meditation is great. However, meditation is not for all, as we know. As we know it, You all live in different timelines. Some good ways is body flow, dance, yoga, music. This excites the organs, which are the chakras, that create the meridians, the pathways, the ley lines to the astral and etheric realms. One thing is to set the intention or thought, which is essentially the same thing, prior or during the processes. Lastly, finding a hobby and trying new things, which allows the earthly mind to quiet down and allows the soul to speak. Learning how to work through these energies of dis-ease, not disease, like medical disease, dis-ease, is essentially the way to understanding the energies of manifestation. So now I had wrote something briefly about, me sharing about my experiences. So I've personally learned once we come to stop fighting the soul's call to change the path we're currently not so pleased in, we learn to no longer settle to our current circumstances. We learn to see them in a brighter view, I've learned to see them in a brighter view, take the so-called negative aspect of it and bring it to a positive light. So when I'm looking or reflecting on parts of my life, I no longer see it as a low frequency experience or a negative experience. It was an enlightenment for me that transformed me into who I am today and who I'm able to be for others. Hold on. All right. So what else? We learn, once we're able to process the information, we learn to no longer also settle to the constraints of decades of conditioning. So everything that we were taught that from generation to generation, generational curses, as they say, right? Even with the slightest will to even desire some change, you can allow old layers to fade away much faster. I've also learned to realize all things are possible even when we fully don't understand or know what the plan is. But the willpower of change and for change creates a new path, which is one of least resistance. So, yes. So I was always scared of the spiritual aspects of what always called my soul. So the other realms, spirits, psychics, all that stuff, like the dead, all that. I understand it on new terms. And I am thrilled by it. I'm honored to be able to work with all the other creations and the other worlds, universes, dimensions. Okay. It is my joy, my pleasure to be able to fulfill God's will for me, because everybody's different. And anytime my human mind has been tested, it's testing my soul and my spirit to see how much they're in alignment. I work with my divine team always, but I definitely have no problem calling on them constantly. They're always around us to help me figure out how to handle situations in my life. Hold on, I wrote a whole bunch in here. And tell him, and also help me, guide me on which path to take, because there are many paths within this new version of myself, which I absolutely am so grateful to be. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming, because how do we figure out which one is the right path? if you follow your heart, they're all the right path. Now you want to just go on the one that's going to bring you the most joy. So we create this beautiful life for ourselves once we step into this new alignment in this new world, because this is the new world now, and a lot of things will be changing. We create so many amazing paths, and none of them are truly wrong, especially if they're all are your heart's calling and your soul's calling. If they're all things that bring you joy at the end of the day, there is no way that one of those paths will ever be wrong for you. So, I just wanted to share a little bit of my story. That was very brief, not a lot of details. But I am sending you all divine and unconditional love and blessings on your own personal journey. Please let me know if you have any other additional ideas for us to work with, messages for you guys. Also share the video and like the video. This message is from the divine beings of the Love and Light mission. All is oneness with God, Creator, the I Am. All right. I'm going to actually make a PowerPoint too to follow up with this video. All right. Love you guys. Catch you later. Be safe. Enjoy your Saturday night.